So Trump just announced tariffs on autos. I want to go over the details of this stuff, and let's just jump right in. So those are the headlines. March 26, 2025. Trump ratcheting up trade war, presses ahead with auto tariffs. How much? 25%. Trump to hit auto tariffs with 25% tariff in trade fight. Let's have a watch of what Trump has to say about this stuff.
This is the beginning of Liberation Day in America. We're going to take back just some of the money that has been taken from us by people sitting behind this desk or another desk that's not quite as nice, but they have their choice of 7, as you know. And we're going to charge countries for doing business in our country and taking our jobs, taking our wealth, taking a lot of things that they've been taking over the years. They've taken so much out of our country, friend and foe, and frankly, friend has been oftentimes much worse than foe.
So that was Trump. He's making these weird things saying, we've been dealing with friend or foe, but sometimes our friends are worse. It's basically what Trump is saying. And that's something that they've been doing a lot, has been attacking our allies and getting closer to countries like Russia. I mean, you can literally see it in his language. The way he always refers to tariffs is that he's taxing another country, which isn't really the case. He's actually taxing you. You're the one who end up paying this stuff. I just want to make that clear. Here's sort of the amount of money that we're talking about. The markets don't like it. Today, I saw everything go down. Where most U.S. auto imports come from. So you got Mexico, Japan, South Korea, Canada, Germany. It's actually quite complicated. Many of the supply chains and manufacturing in North America is integrated, be it Canada, Mexico, and USA. And it was interesting. I was looking at it depends on which models that you get. Some models are made in Canada, some in Mexico, some in USA, and some like the parts come from various countries and to put it together. And, there's multiple things going on with this. It's going to raise your costs of cars, chances are. It says stocks shift into reverse with Trump set to announce new auto tariffs. I've been getting different estimates on this. It depends who you ask, right? So, for example, it says here, consumers are also likely to feel the sting of additional import duties. New tariffs on U.S. car imports could drive up vehicle costs between $2,000 and $12,200 for some models. That's coming from the Anderson Economic Group. I saw another prediction. I think they were saying $10,000 plus, something like that. Trump saying we're going to have 25% tariffs. Yeah, this is what I was telling you guys before. It says any impact would be uneven, though. Like, for example, the Chevy Equinox is made in Mexico. Toyota RAV4 is built in Ontario, Canada. Ford Escape is made in Kentucky. Like, it's going to depend on the model. And my understanding of this also, it can depend on the trim. So, for example, some trims, you get like, say, the upgraded model, the super package, whatever you want to call those, whatever trims they are. There might be certain parts that are more imported than others, right? So that'll be a raise of cost. It's going to be all over now. So that's why it's hard to predict like the cost of this stuff. So, for example, here's another headline: Trump's tariffs on autos would hit Europe hard. And I was looking at this. It says Ken Kim, a senior economist at KPMG Economics, said in a Wednesday note, the sizable jump in orders for vehicles and parts in February, and the car industry put in more orders before tariffs on steel and aluminum would come into effect. So we kind of expected the tariffs to come, and so companies are, we're trying to get ahead of the cost, right? Essentially. It says here, he cited industry estimates saying that the price of a new vehicle would increase by several $1,000s, perhaps more than $10,000 because of tariffs. So it's hard to say. But you have to understand, though, that this is a complicated issue, and there's more. I want to show you this.
So did Elon Musk advise you at all on these auto tariffs?
No, because he may have a conflict, so we don't talk. I've never talked to him. Elon's amazing. He's never asked me for a favor in business whatsoever. I'm actually a little surprised by it. I might do it, I might not do it. I do what's right, and he'd want me to do what's right. No, he's a patriot. He has never, these are big deals we're talking about. This is probably nothing like this. And I've never had Elon come and say, would you do me a favor with the mandate or the electric mandate or anything? He's never asked me for anything.
So basically, Trump's a liar. I mean, he's saying, oh, Elon's never asked me for favors, never asked me for anything. guys, I mean, Trump was selling Teslas in front of the White House. You guys saw it for yourself. It was like turning the White House into a car dealer lot. Musk has given a bunch of money to political action committees to support Trump. Now he's doing it. This is Musk supporting, general Republicans. And Trump's just making this case. Oh, well, Elon's never asked me for anything. It's just ridiculous. On top of that, you also have to understand, what kind of benefits will Elon and Tesla get from these things. The question, and the most important question, I'll show it to you guys again. I always mention it, is where will this tariff money go? That's the question. We know that Trump and his buddies, they got this sovereign wealth fund thing. They've been talking about their external revenue service. If you don't understand this stuff, basically, Trump wants to raise taxes on you, basically. That's what it ends up being. And then they lie about it. Trump will say, oh, no, we're raising taxes and tariffs on other countries, but you're the one paying for it, right? If you've ever ordered a product, to make it really simple, say you've ordered something from a Temu, a Shine, that kind of thing, and when the product comes into the country, you pay the tax. Like you'll know this. You'll get an email or whatever, or it'll be on the website. You pay. I'll give you an example. I live here in Korea. I order something from the USA. It comes into Korea. I pay a tax on the said thing, right? It happens. You pay the tax on this stuff. It's not hard to figure out, but they gaslight people and lie nonstop. That's what they do. Have a listen to this also.
Tariffs are going to be good for Tesla, sir.
Good for who?
Tesla, which makes it.
Well, he is a fantastic Tesla. Will tariffs be good? I think they may. It could be a net neutral, or they may be good. He has a big plant in Texas. He has a big plant in California. And anybody that has plants in the United States, it's going to be good for, in my opinion.
So you saw the question. The question was, hey, is tariffs going to be good for Tesla? And that was his answer. Oh, maybe. And they try to pretend like, wait, Tesla? Who are you talking about? I mean, they're trying to dance around it. But essentially, again, I'll just make it really clear. Basically, when Trump's talking about tariffs, 25%, which is pretty significant, it's going to affect a lot of companies, a lot of supply chains. It'll affect a lot of jobs. Because another way to think about it, if costs of vehicles go up, what do you think that's going to do to demand? There's a possibility that people are like, cars are just too expensive. I'm not buying this year. I'm just going to wait till Trump gets out of office and I'll buy later, or wait till the tariffs change things. Then they're going to try to take that tariff money, either put it into the sovereign wealth fund, or theoretically go right to Elon Musk companies. And Trump will say, oh, well, Elon's building robots. Robots are so awesome. I guess my understanding of it is that Elon is displaying his robots in Washington, D.C. on Capitol Hill at the moment, trying to convince you all that the robots are going to be the most awesome of all time and it's going to be the biggest product in the world. And then Trump could possibly say, oh, well, see, we're going to do these tariffs so that we got to fund this robot stuff. And it's just like, what? And basically, it's just all ways for Musk to get your money. That's what it boils down to. So, it's tricky to, show people what Trump is saying because, frankly, he's a liar. But you do want to see sort of the language that comes out of his mouth when he talks about, that friends could be, worse than enemies. That's literally what he's saying. And it's just, the whole thing is ludicrous. I don't know what else to say. Other than the markets don't like it and companies will push back. And, this is sort of where, from Trump's point of view, do I follow Musk and do whatever he wants me to do? Or am I going to listen to, other companies, et cetera?
In movies, you sometimes see the hero or heroine hiding behind the car door while being shot with bullets. That doesn't actually work unless you're driving a Cybertruck. So if Al Capone showed up with a Tommy gun and emptied the entire magazine into the car door, you would still be alive. So, and so people say like, well, why'd you make it bulletproof? I'm like, why not? How tough is your truck? Because the other trucks, the bullets go through both sides. So you shoot a bullet, it goes through both sides of the car. You just never know. I mean, sometimes you get these like late civilization vibes. You never know when the apocalypse could come along at any moment. And here at Tesla, we have the finest in apocalypse technology.
So I just wanted to share my thoughts on this. I want to get yours, and I'll catch you on the next video.